What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back. Hope y'all having another good day, bringing y'all some content today, man. So today video is it's gonna be pretty straightforward but informative at the same time. I think you guys are really gonna enjoy it. So I've had this truck since, let's say, December of 2021 is when or really November, but December 21 is when I got the truck. I've done a lot of stuff to it, not as much as I would have liked to, or I still have a lot of stuff to do, but I figured this would be a good point in the truck's, we'll say, lifetime with me, or history, to make a video basically just going over everything that is done with this truck. I get a lot of questions on Instagram, YouTube about things done to the truck, so I feel like between the time I got the truck to present day, I've gotten a lot of new subscribers, followers, to where they don't know everything done with the truck. So I figure I'll go over everything I've done to the truck since I've owned it. I'll also have, you can also go to my channel. I have a playlist, I think it's titled the Megacab Dually Build playlist, and it has every video for everything I've done to this truck. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get the video started. Make sure you smash the like button, comment. I want to hear what you guys got to say, and make sure you guys drop a subscribe before you head out. Thanks for joining. Enjoy the video. All right, y'all, so this right here, obviously most of y'all know, but if you did not know, this is my 2014 Ram 3500 Dually Megacab. All right, I bought this truck, like I said earlier, 21 of December. I bought it with 106, I want to say it was like 161,000, maybe 160,000 miles on it. Right now it has like 164, maybe 165,000. I have not put that many miles on this truck since I've had it. One of the biggest reason being is because I don't drive the truck every day, because some of y'all know, if you don't, I got two cars. So I bounce back and forth between my truck and then my Impala, my 95 SS. On top of, I live where I work at. So being in the Marine Corps, I live on base. And my job's like 5 minutes away, so there's like no mileage being put on. I mean, a full tank of diesel on this truck will last me a month easily, so it's good. Kind of sucks because I actually enjoy driving personally. It is what it is, but that's not what this video is about. So anyways, getting back to the thing. So I bought this truck December. It's beautiful, man. It's a clean truck. Did it look like this when I bought it? Yes and no. Yes, it did, because the only thing that aesthetically right now that is different than when I bought it is the tow mirrors. So right off the rip, we'll go ahead and get started. So first thing, one of the first things I did is I put Boost tow mirrors on here. These are Boost Auto 4th Gen tow mirrors that I had paint matched by my personal dude Hector out in Lemon Grove, California. He went ahead and sanded and paint matched the black to the rest of the truck. Now the color of this truck, a lot of people think is Delmonico red, because that's like the popular Ram color. Delmonico red did not start, if I'm correct, until about 2016, 17 is when they start doing Delmonico red. This is called pearl. It's called pearl coat or ruby pearl coat metallic, something like that. This is the predecessor to Delmonico red. Delmonico red is actually a little darker. Depending on the time of the day, the lighting, this can give the perception of Delmonico red, which is a darker red. But like right now, so there's an overcast right now, so it looks a little darker than what it is. But when the sun's out, man, it's bright, it pops, it looks so good. So like I told you guys, we went ahead and did the Boost Auto tow mirrors from Boost Autos. They hooked it up, man. They sent a awesome unit. These are the power folding featured ones, so I can power fold these, because the OEM ones I had, you couldn't power fold them. They also have the LED switchback turn signals, so they are turn signals, and then they also are switchbacks. Heated glass on top and bottom, so both of these are heated. I can show you guys real quick the power folding feature. So if I want to fold it, all I gotta do is press the left button, do left, left, right, right. You heard that beep, and then I press down, and they power fold. Okay, and then if I want to spread it, just press up. They spread out, no problems, and then that's it. I leave it just like that. These are awesome units. If I get my keys, I can show you guys the switchback little feature. So when I go to unlock it, you can see it's the orange there, but then if I turn on the lights, it's going to be white. And that's part of that switchback feature. So you see it, see that right there? So right now it's on bright and white. I hit the button. So these are super nice. At nighttime, these look really good. So just had to show that. So we got that done aesthetically for the truck. That's really the biggest thing I've done, just because the truck looks amazing in my opinion. Obviously it's not gonna stay like this, but for what it is right now, I can drive it like this personally and I'm comfortable with it because I know it looks good on the outside. Some other things we did. So we got a repaint job. So when I bought the truck, the front bumper had 1,000,000 rock chips all along here. It had a dent, like I think like right here ish somewhere. My boy Hector, he went ahead and fixed it up for me. We also went ahead and got the bed repainted because when I bought the truck, and again, I have all the videos of everything I'm talking about, but when I bought the truck, it had a dent here. The paint was failing, clear coat was flaking. The bed did not look good. So I actually prioritized getting the bed painted as soon as I bought this truck, because I couldn't go like that. The tailgate, it had dents up here, peeling, flaking. It didn't look good at all. So I went ahead and got the bed resprayed. Came out pretty good. I'm happy with it. You know, it ain't a showroom truck, but to me, I try to make it look like one. All right. So besides that, everything else here is what you see. The truck had those window visors. They were on there when I bought it. I actually like them, just because if it's raining, I can crack the windows and it, you know, it won't get foggy and stuff inside, stuff like that. So we got that. Also went ahead and changed the front 2 tires when I bought the truck because the front 2 tires were bald and they had bulges on them. They're all messed up. So I went ahead and changed the front 2 tires on it. Just giving y'all a shot. We also did LEDs for the headlight bulbs. So if I unlock it, you guys can see those LEDs. Those are last fit LED bulbs. I like them. They're super bright. I run last fit LEDs on pretty much everything I have. So we definitely do that. For the tint, so my windshield is tinted and my front doors are the whole truck's tinted. So for the windshield, we have a 35% tint with a 5% brown on top. Right now with the overcast, you can't really see in there, which I like. So you can't see in there. On the sides, it looks like 5%, but it's not. On the sides, we have 15 in the front, but then I got 5 in the rear. So I got 5 in the backs, and then I got 5 in the glass back here. So if you get up close, you can look in there and you can see. I actually plan on redoing the front 2 glasses, windows, because I don't like people seeing me when I'm in my trucks. So you see that? You see how you can kind of see right through and you see the other side of the mirror. I don't like that. And that's with the windshield tinted. Usually when you tint your windshield, it darkens the rest of it up because a lot of light comes in through the front. So, you know, it is what it is with that. So we'll go ahead, pop the hood, and I'm gonna show y'all what we're working with inside the hood. All right, so obviously you guys know this is a 6.7 Cummins. So first thing off the rip, it's clearly deleted. It does not have the EGR on it no more. I found it like that when I got the truck. Just kidding, I completely took it off myself. We went ahead and went with the Dirty Diesel custom EGR bracket system right there. So on the left back here for turbos, I went ahead and took out the stock turbo. Currently we are running a Smedin S369 SXE. It's very hard to see. I wish I had a better angle, but I'll slap a picture up on here so y'all can see the turbo. But we're running that right now. It's a really good turbo. I have no problems with it. It lights off quick. It got some ponies in her. So she definitely gets down with the calls. For the engine itself, when we bought the truck, I went ahead and did head studs. These are exotic head studs on here. Some people have ran them before, but I have in the past, and I have no problem with exotic head studs. People try to say, well, if it ain't ARP, you can't trust it. That's false. ARP had a monopoly for the longest time when it came to head bolts and head studs, but the game's changing now. Other companies are catching on. At the end of the day, what it comes down to is that because ARP was the main company out there spending money or selling studs, they had no competition. So in reality, they could charge whatever they want because they offered something that nobody else had or could mass produce. But now You have other companies out there that can do it. And to be truthfully honest with you, the cost to produce these head studs, test them, the yield strength, all that stuff is not as expensive as what ARP is charging. That's just the honest to God truth, you guys. So I run Exotic Head Studs. They're based out of Canada. They have tons of data on their website. Never had an issue with their head studs. Their studs, I have it on my truck, and I have it on some of my other buddies' trucks back in North Carolina. All our trucks are doing good, no issues. So you choose what you want, but I'm just telling you what route I went. For the manifold, we're rocking the Smedin 3rd gen style manifold. I don't know if you guys can see that, but we got that going on. All of this is going to be coming out here soon. We still have the stock cold air, or the stock intake box. All of this is coming out because I have a 64 mil HE351 VGT turbo I'm going to be installing soon with a Steed Speed 3rd gen style manifold. So we have that. I also went ahead and powder coated the rocker box. Right there, you can see it's powder coated. That's just Illusion Cherry, just to give the truck some color. I wanted to kind of keep the color, the theme consistent with this truck because I really love the color out here. One thing I forgot to mention, this is a Laramie Longhorn, which is something that I specifically wanted on this truck when I bought my next truck, which was this. So we have that. Right here we have the Whirly Custom Fab. This is just a coolant pipe splitter right here. Doesn't do anything performance wise, it just cleans up the engine bay. I got that powder coated Illusion Cherry. That was about $225. On this side here we have the this is just the eBay style intake manifold pusher style. We have that. It works phenomenal. I have not done the grid heater delete yet, but I plan on doing that here within the near future, probably within the next couple months. And then from there we have the Banks hot side, cold side intercooler pipes. I haven't put my wheel liner back in yet, so you can actually get a perfect snapshot of the intercooler. I'm probably going to leave the liner out because we have the Smedin oversized intercooler at the house that I got to put in, so I'm going to be leaving this out for now. But we also have it on the cold side as well. You ain't going to really be able to see it, you guys, on these 4th gens, man. They got everything so tucked up. It's crazy. So I don't even know if I can get it. Oh yeah, you can kind of see it right there. So that's the hot side pipe right there, 3.5 inch with the Banks boost tubes and all that good stuff. So it definitely made a difference putting those pipes on because the factory one has a big old fat golf ball sized dent right on top of it. It's not good for airflow. We have, it's just aesthetics, but we have a Smedin diesel billet oil cap. Did the CCV delete, reroute. So I just have the breather coming out from here, and then I have the stock CCV filter underneath the valve cover there. So other than that, it's pretty much straightforward stock. Let's see, I mean, honestly, that's it for the engine. It's not a whole lot of stuff done. It's just some stuff that has been done. We do have the AirDog 225 GPH 5G setup. It's underneath the truck along the inboard side of the frame, so I'm not getting down there to show that. I'll probably put a picture up so you can see it, but it is there. We also went ahead and did the fuel filter delete. So I deleted my, it's hard as hell to get in there and see it, but I deleted my stock fuel filter because it's no longer needed once you're running the aftermarket fuel filter. So the factory fuel filter here and then the one underneath the bed no longer get used. I only use the AirDog filter because it has the fuel filter and the water filter built in. So that's all I need. Never had an issue in the past with that setup style, so that's what I chose to do. So we got that. Inside the truck, I haven't done much other than, well, actually, I kind of have, but yes and no. And excuse me if it's a little dirty in here. I got stuff I got to take out. But so Laramie Longhorn, my favorite interior, hands down, next to the Ford Platinums, but the Platinums with the brown, like basically this color, not the all black. But this is what I wanted, man. This interior is gorgeous. I don't care how old this gets, how old this truck gets, how old whatever. This is my favorite interior, y'all. So one thing I did was, I'll start with the up here. So we did a Starlight headliner. Okay, this was probably, I was deployed last year, got back. This was one of the first things I did when I got back from my deployment. Was I dropped the headliner, took it out, which was it was a fight itself. I took it out, I sueded it this brown suede color. Shout out to Ryan Mayer because this is what he had in his I don't even, the banana bus, or I forgot what he called it, but that yellow rim he had, this is the same suede color material he had in that. And when I saw him do that on there, I was like, oh, I got to do that. So we went ahead and did Starlight setup in here. This is roughly 750 piece. Got it off of Amazon. I got all the stuff off of Amazon. I have a video showing me installing this, but it came out phenomenal. I mean, you know. And then something else we did was, if you guys haven't noticed yet, but all of the trim pieces are blacked out now. So all those pieces back there, they used to be that tan color, kind of like right there on the seatbelt spot. I took all those pieces off, the pieces back there for the coat hangers, the speaker grills, all that. I popped these off, all this stuff, the handle right here, you know what I'm saying? It's all black now. I dyed it using the Dupicolor vinyl dye, which is a legit dye. So we did that. Like every time I open this truck, I feel like I'm like stepping into like a log cabin or something. So we did that. I took off the pillars here, did that, painted the one over there. All of it's black now. I had the visors sueded by a professional seamstress or upholsterer. I took it to him, both of them with the fabric, and took it to him. It was like 120 bucks, and he sueded them for me. They came out phenomenal. Clean stitch, you know, tucked up nice and neat. Everything still works. I did not paint this or this just because it was a hassle. I wasn't trying to get into doing that. But you can see up here, I painted all of that. I also went ahead and swapped out those bulbs in there with some LEDs because the factory ones were dull, they were dim, and it flickered. I did not do my sunroof visor just because I didn't want to. At the end of the day, I really didn't. I was like, by the time I got this headliner done and in, I was about a week and a half after I took it out, and I just wasn't having it, man. But at the end of the day, this came out phenomenal. I got my little switch here, off, on, and I mean, when my son's in here, he sees it and he loves it. The interior's in good condition, man. I try to take care of this interior. The people who had this truck before me, I don't know what they were using it for. I'm pretty sure they were hauling cattle, because when I bought the truck, there was a ton of like hay, a bunch of hay residue or hay stuff behind the back seat. I had to vacuum all that out. There was hay in there. And then when I took out the center console, I found a receipt for a cattle auction. They were doing a livestock auction, and I found that in there, and I was like, okay. So I'm pretty sure they were hauling cattle with this truck, because it does have the fifth wheel attachment set up right there. So I know for a fact that they were hauling with it. So it wasn't in the best condition, but I cleaned the interior, detailed it, I brought it back to life. I do have a ceramic coating on the seats, so if you didn't know, they make an interior ceramic coating for leather, plastic, and vinyls. And basically what it does is it reduces the wear from the materials on like jeans and stuff. It minimizes the wear on that. So I try to keep the interior as clean as possible. She's dirty right now. I got to clean it up, but you know what I'm saying, for this being the driver's seat, it looks pretty good to me. So inside here, what we got is Pro gauges. So we have the Is Pro. Now these are Is Pro. These are for the Longhorn, Laramie Longhorns. Okay, so if you look down there at those gauges, they're made to match those, which I think is that's pretty awesome, right? So we got that fuel pressure. And then we got the pyro, also known as EGTs. And then we got turbo boost. All right, you might be wondering, well, why do you have 100 PSI turbo boost if you're not making nowhere near that? For now, not. I do have 2 turbos in the garage ready to install. For compounds, I'm going to do an added compound setup. So I'll have a S475 on top. It'll roughly make about 60, 70 PSI, depending on my fueling setup. We have the Edge CTS3 monitor. I had that in my last truck, just brought it over from that. I love it. It gives me everything in one snapshot. I don't have to click around and all that stuff. So I like my Edge. We have the shift on the fly knob here. So I am running Dirty Diesel Custom Tunes, based out of Canada, CCS tuning. I'm not afraid to say it because I market it, I sell it. So if you guys are interested in it, just go down below in the links and you can get yourself set up with it. I run their stuff, easy link, no issues at all. Definitely am a fan of it. So we're going to be probably installing a new tune here soon once we get the trans rebuilt at the end of the month. I'm just waiting on my trans dude to hit me up though. So I had a Android 10-inch screen in here, and I made a video on it. It came all the way down here, went all the way back up. Ended up having to take it out, send it back. Couldn't get the AC controls to work. A subscriber or a follower comment. I saw your comment. You said that they sent you, that you had the same issue with yours, and they sent you an update and it took care of the AC issue. So I might entertain going back to them again since the AC issue is fixed. But yeah, yes sir, yes sir. For the exhaust setup, y'all, we have the 5-inch, just a 5-inch straight back or turbo back exhaust. This one specifically is a Jammo. I haven't put a tip on it yet. I'm debating to do a tip, or if I just want to polish out this and rock the 5-inch straight pipe, like polished tip or polished pipe setup. I've seen some trucks with that, and I think it looks really good on there. But yeah, this is it, man. This is where we at with the truck. So like I said, y'all, we got a little bit of good, decent stuff done, but not fully done. Some other things, like for instance, on these 2013s and 14s, they have the dual radiator setup thing going on. I don't really know what it's for or why, but so basically there's 2 radiators. So on this side you have a Y pipe, a plastic Y bridge. You also have a plastic Y bridge here, but I took it off. So that's why I bought this also too, was get rid of the plastic Y bridge, which is known for cracking when it gets older because it gets brittle. Same thing on this side. Can't see it, but it's down there. And there's a plastic Y bridge. I went ahead and swapped that out with the aluminum one off of Amazon. It was like 15 bucks just to get rid of that potential of being stranded because you dumped all your coolant. Other things we also did was we recently did brakes on this truck. So in the front, I got drilled and slotted rotors. I don't know if you can see that in there, but they're pretty new. Less than like 500 miles on them. We did brand new pads and rotors on the front, and then like 2 weeks ago we did brand new pads and rotors in the rear. The rears were shot bad. I made a video on that. I also made a video on the front too, but the brakes are so much better on this truck now. It actually stops. It does what it's supposed to do when it's supposed to do it. No more going to the floor pedal. Like as soon as you touch the brake, it just stops, man. So this is where we at. Just had to let y'all see it. Figured I'd let y'all hear the truck run for a little bit. So like I said, this is a turbo back exhaust. Sounds good. Since I've gotten this truck, I've done a lot of routine maintenance. So, oh snap, I almost forgot. We got the Banks diff cover in the rear. Almost forgot about that. I got that powder coated. We're running AMSOIL, gear axle, AMSOIL oil. So all the fluid is pretty fresh now on this truck. The maintenance was there, but it kind of wasn't there. I can tell they were running like cheap stuff. Like when I first bought this truck, the oil filter, they had like a Purolator filter. They probably were just running some cheap garbage, basic shelf oil. I purged it, man. I got this thing running good now. She idles so much smoother because when I first bought it, she at an idle she would shake a little bit. Came to find out my right motor mount was loose. I tightened it up, and then I also put some good oil in this thing, man. Flushed it out. I also did valve lash on it, so I did the valve lash adjustment because it was clacking and clicking and all that. So she's quiet now. I'll let y'all hear it. Even from a cold start. When I got back from my deployment last year, I went ahead and did a polish. I ceramic coated the paint. I did a paint correction and then I ceramic coated it. So the paint is fully ceramic coated, which makes the truck, it just makes it easier to clean. Yeah, this truck was exactly what I was looking for, man. I wanted a Longhorn. Like I wanted a Laramie Longhorn with a brown interior, this color brown. Like I specifically wanted that. If it wasn't this, I was gonna end up going with a King Ranch Power Stroke, the 6.7. I was gonna do a 17 or newer. So it was between those two trucks. Eventually I ended up settling on this one because, well, not settling, but I chose this one out because my channel was founded on Cummins trucks. Will I end up in a Power Stroke down the road? There's a good chance, yeah. But for now, I'm very happy. I'm content with this truck as is. But yeah, you know what I'm saying. So I'm just happy about it. Future plans, we'll say near future. Near future plans, I want to do my ball joints. So I have Carly ball joints in my garage. I want to do the compound turbos. I have both. I have the turbos. All I need is the piping kit. I want to do a 6-inch lift. Probably end up doing a zone 6-inch lift on here, and then eventually put on some 26s 4-inch polish, 26-inch super singles. I want to do singles in the front and then the dually wheels in the back. So this truck's gonna look a lot different. I want to say a year from now, roughly. But I do have way more ambitions with the sound system. I want to get subs in the back. I gotta have my bass. For the engine, so my last truck, I kind of went a little bit more on the performance side, just because it was my first time truly messing with a truck like this. This one, I'm not building it for speed. I'm building it for just comfortability, reliability, drivability. Like, I just want it to be overall just the ultimate tow rig. That way, if I ever got to hook up to something, I ain't even got to think twice. I can just hook up and go. The Trans is going to be getting built at the end of this month. We're doing the RevMax 700. I know I've been saying that for the longest, but we legitimately have every single thing in the garage, in boxes waiting. Torque converter, rebuild kit, billet input clutch, billet input shaft. We have all this stuff, man, so we can get this going. So the Trans will be getting built at the end of the month whenever I can get into the guy's shop. So I'll be excited. So the Trans will be solid. So this build is a little different because last build I did aesthetics, I did everything except the Trans. This time I'm doing the Trans now. Obviously I'm doing the Trans because 5th and 6th gear on this truck is gone. It doesn't hold any power whatsoever. So when you see me driving like now, it's because I tap shift into 4th gear, so it only goes up to 4th gear and it'll lock up in 4th. So 1 through 4 is fine. It's just my overdrive gears, my overdrive drum is smoked on this Trans. And again, like I said, I don't drive this truck every day. I don't pull. I don't even get on the highway with this truck anymore for now. So, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, you guys, so I just wanted to show you guys my truck, show you guys everything done to this point. Hell, y'all might know something I don't, but if I forgot to mention something that I have a video doing, by all means drop the comment below, because I can't remember every single thing, but I tried to. So absolutely. Oh, we also have 35-inch tires in the garage that I got to slap on too, so we got that. I need to get done. I have stuff to do. It's just time. Time is like my enemy right now. So, but all right, you guys, I'm just happy to make a video for y'all. So I hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, you guys take care, be safe, have a good week this week. Drop a comment, like, all that good stuff. And until next time, you guys take care, peace out, and I will see you guys later.